is Susan Cusnow, and I'm an ecology major at the University of Calgary.
And why did you come to the retreat on climate change as a moral issue?
I came today primarily because I'm actively engaged in climate change issues and interested in those. As an ecology student and as a concerned citizen, I've been involved in environmental actions and environmental groups for just about 20 years, so since the age of 10. But I was also interested in seeing how the scientific community can network with broader-based groups, such as the faith-based groups. I wanted to see where those interaction points were and what people were doing to bring the science into their discourse, into their dialogues about climate change and how it was affecting them. And I do believe that, and I've seen that climate change and environmental issues in general are very much affected by and affect people in poverty, people in isolated communities, people in other countries in very different ways than they affect us here in Canada.
Mm-hmm. You said you're interested today in understanding or being part of the dialogue between the scientific community and the faith community. How would you characterize that dialogue between the two communities?
That there's not much. Essentially that there's not much, and especially more than anything that it's a one-way flow. That in general, public is informed by what science they hear about, what science they're able to access, and to that end, there's not a lot of people reading scientific journals. I mean, there's even not a lot of science students that are reading scientific journals until they're at, the upper level of their bachelor's degree, graduate studies. And the point was made today that a lot of the science that gets heard, the quote-unquote science that gets heard, is the pseudoscience, the bad science. The climate change is not happening, global warming is bunk, it's it's conspiracy theory. Because the real scientists that are doing that work and making those findings are just frankly too busy. It is a publish or peril world. Mm-hmm. And so because that word isn't getting out, I think that in a large part is why this has taken so long to take really positive, really powerful action on this. So my interest has always been, how can we get that good science out, and how can we actually get it into channels where it's used effectively, where it's used efficiently. And so people actually know what's going on. They're talking about climate change in a way that's valid and not just in a very general rhetoric. So.
Mm-hmm. So after having been part of the dialogue today between the scientific community and the faith community, what will be different for you?
I was really heartened to see how much dialogue there is between different faiths. Now, that said, we were a very white, very Christian-based group today. At the same time, I met a Buddhist in the group, so that was encouraging. But just to how those people were speaking and the things that were being said was really encouraging, in that I didn't realize how open everybody's ears were, and how much interest there is in an interfaith sort of direction. And for me, climate change is really going to be the uniting issue of our times. It covers everyone. It affects everyone. To different degrees, certainly, but it is going to have an impact on everyone, and it connects across Islamic faith and Muslim and Buddhism and Christianity, Judaism. Everybody's covered here, so I think that's a real strength, and that's a real opportunity for bringing people together under this great big banner of we're all in this together. It doesn't matter what you believe in.